Hey y'all, it's Melanie checking in with y'all from Birmingham, Alabama. I am back. I will start off with my stats. I was sleeved. I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy VSG surgery on August 22nd of 2017. My highest ever recorded weight was 356 pounds, and that was January of 2017. However, I do believe that I had lost some weight because I felt heavier in November and December, but I was not about to step on that scale and get depressed. So 356 pounds was the highest ever recorded weight. I started this process in February of 2017, and I had a 6-month supervised diet, the whole insurance, yada yada. So when it came time for surgery, at the beginning of my liquid diet, I was 338 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 328 pounds. 1 week post-op, I was 318 pounds. Okay. And the last time I came to you, I think I was like what I have here is 305.4. Right now, I am 301.2. Okay. I feel like I'm losing slowly, but I'm cool with that. Each week I see decrease, so I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just not losing as fast as some people who like, oh, I'm a month out and I lost 50 pounds. Okay, I'm not that chick, and I'm cool with that. So today I wanted to come to you, not necessarily with a negative video, but just some things that I have been dealing with, and kind of wanted to get some conversation between you guys to see if you had dealt with the same issue. So first, my scars. I think they look good. However, I do have some stretch marks on my stomach, so I feel like that makes them less noticeable. I had 5 incisions and 1 drain site. 1 incision did kind of open on me because I was doing a little too much too soon. And I feel like it healed differently than the others. I had a longer healing process with that particular incision than the other ones, but it is totally healed up now and they're fine. They did itch quite a bit while they were healing, but that's just normal. That's something that's normal to me with a scar. Okay, so something that has popped up with me within the past week that's been very irritating to me is I have a rash. I did some research online, and I saw some people say that could mean my body's going into ketosis, which I have a little more information to talk to you about that in just a moment. But it's like generalized, like on my arm, right in here, on my stomach, and on the top part near like pelvic region of my thigh, like not in the private regions, if that makes any sense, but on the high hip. And it itches and it's painful. Benadryl does not work, but I can't take a Benadryl and do anything other than pass out. So I have some Benadryl cream or whatever, but it's not working. So I made an appointment to see my doctor first because I have a cold. And I wasn't really sure what I could take, and I didn't want to go to like an urgent care facility because I feel like they don't really pay attention to you, and I need somebody to know that I'm not supposed to have these NSAIDs, and what are they going to give me. So I wanted to go to my doctor, but he couldn't see me until Wednesday. So I called my surgeon's office and spoke with his nurse, and she said to take Tylenol cold liquid. So I've been doing that, but it's not really, I feel okay, but I feel under the weather. Like I'm not my normal bubbly self. So this rash bothers me, and I will be getting in to see the doctor, so I'll let you guys know about that. But online I did see a lot of people saying that after they had their surgery, like a month or 2 out, they were covered in a rash. They went to the doctor, went to dermatologist with no results. I'm still gonna go and see what he says, so that's the best I can do. I'll keep you updated. Okay, I talked about the cold medications. B12 shots. I don't know if I told you in the last video, but I was suffering from extreme fatigue, and I wanted to go to the gym, but it just wasn't happening because my energy levels were like at a negative 10,000. I was so tired I felt sick. I've never been that tired in my life. So I switched to B12 shots, and I feel better now. I take them twice a week. I get them from a local clinic here. It's approved by my doctor. You should, before you start anything new, speak to yours. But it's for right now, that's what's working for me. Okay. Dry skin. I want to hit back on dry skin again because it's real. Are y'all dealing with dry skin, or is it just me? Because like I got some alligator skin going on. My skin used to be so soft and supple. Like my husband just used to love to rub me. Now you rub me, you get bumps, rashes. You know, he like, oh, what you got going on? Sir, don't do that. Like my legs are horrible. And I'm like using straight up like shea butter, oils, and I'm still dry. Which the stuff I am using is better. But yeah, the dry skin is awful. I have tried the thick old school like Eucerin in the tub. I'm still dry. And it ain't even cold here yet. And so once it gets cold, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. Just go get me some Crisco and just butter up. I would never do that. Ooh. Isn't that kind of gross? Like go around smelling like fake butter. Yeah, okay. X that one. Okay, I also wanted to talk to you about protein. So every morning I kind of make the same little protein drink. I use a caramel Premier Protein, a couple squirts of some sugar-free Torani syrups that I have. Excuse me. And I have some sugar-free creamers. Right now I'm on the pumpkin spice train, so you know I got some of that. Put that in there. Some cold brew, and I also add a pack of the instant coffee crystals. So that's what I have pretty much every morning. I didn't do it this morning. Just didn't feel like it. Seemed like it was thick. Like it's starting to bother me. And it was delicious before. I'd be like, ooh, this is so good. Ooh, this is so good. Now I'm kind of like, no, you need something else. So I'm gonna search for other options. I have a lot of protein things at home. But excuse me, I just felt good knowing that I got my 30 out off the top by like 11 a.m. Then as far as food, like food's not fun anymore. Like I'm literally just eating because I know I need to eat. And I think a lot of people say you're just eating to live. Like, seriously. Like, it's not fun anymore. The stuff that used to be good, it still tastes good, but you know, I'm eating like one bite of it. Which is amazing to me. I mean, I find that just, this is mind-blowing. Because when you used to think about how much you used to eat, like these huge portions of food. And now you can eat like 2 bites of this and a little half a bite of that, and you're full up to your eyeballs. I find that amazing. But with that being said, I didn't realize that the hold that food had over me and how much I relied on food every day just to get me through the day. If I'm having a bad day, I have a break in between clients. Let me run over here and let me go get this, or let me go get that, or I'm gonna go have a milkshake, you know, stuff like that. Or even I'm just gonna be upfront with y'all. I know I'm about to go home and have dinner with my family, but let me stop off here and get like a small shake just to tide me over. Tide you over to what, girl? Like this is how you got here. This is so the unhealthy habits that I had formed for myself that seemed normal until now. like, I saw nothing wrong with going to go do something like that. And that was so, like, that was a huge part of how I got to where I was. And just to see my whole life spiraling out of control, and I had no control over my eating habits. It, you know, it's really like, you're like, who are you? Am I somebody different now? Because I don't feel the same sometimes regarding food, at least, because it's crazy. Like, sometimes I sit back and I think about how I was eating, the amounts, and just like, when I look on the back of the carton of things that I eat or that I used to eat, and I see the amounts of sugars and carbs and sodium, and I'm like, how? Because now I'm afraid to ingest over a certain amount of carbs, over a certain amount of fats, because I don't want to dump. So, oh, let me tell y'all about last week, and then I'm gonna be gone. Last week I went to Chick-fil-A and I got like a kid's grilled nugget meal. No, I didn't. I got the 8-count grilled nugget meal with a side salad. Okay, so I just ate the nuggets, and I normally save the salad for something, you know, for another meal, because it's too much. So I ate like 4 nuggets, and 15 minutes instead of 30 minutes, I had some water. Why did I do that? And immediately had a client. Like, I was rushing. Had a client. So I'm sitting here doing this lady's nails, and in my mind I'm like, girl, you about to throw up. I started sweating. I felt like I had fire right here in my chest, and I was like, Lord, why are you not at home? I did that to myself, trying to rush. I have a set lunch break, but I had worked into it, and I only had a certain amount of time. Didn't bring anything from home, which is why you should always be prepared. You should have something with you that you can eat, but I didn't, so I had to run to Chick-fil-A, which is not necessarily close. Then I'm eating on the way. I spilled honey mustard in my car, so my car was smelling like honey mustard. I was irritated, and then on top of that, I got the nerve to drink and I almost died. So I felt I ran to, well, I didn't run. I tried not to make a scene, because at work, my surgery is really not everybody's business. I'm sure a lot of people know, and I'll talk to y'all about that in another video, about people knowing without you telling them. But I went to the back and I did vomit, and I felt better. But please take your time when you're eating, especially when you're early out. Try not to rush yourself. Try to be prepared and organized with what you do, so that you don't end up in a situation like I was. Although my client was very understanding. I didn't tell her that I threw up, but I think she knew. So I tried after, you know, everything had happened, I got myself together, washed my face, brushed my teeth, and I came back out and I handled my business. But it's not ideal to have something like that happen to you at work. And you know what? To be honest, a situation like that shouldn't happen anyways. I need to take better care of the things that I do and of myself. So with that being said, y'all, be blessed, and I'll catch you on the next time. Any questions, comments, just let me know. I'm here. Oh, also, I'm on Instagram as Nurse Kitty Cat VSG. I'll see y'all then. Bye.